Hello, this is Macca. I've been roped in to cover for M. Watley's laziness yet again, and now I'm horny as hell. In our previous podcast, M. Watley described Mr. Sheen as the cathedral and university making a city equivalent of a superhero. While a potentially useful analogy to describe a shite superhero, albeit a stretching and weak one, Mr. Sheen is of course a pilot, and a ruddy fine one at that. He has never, nor will he ever attain superpowers until he passes the appropriate examinations or drinks a nuclear fuck soup. We would like to take this opportunity to apologise to the Sheen family, who have no doubt had their sex drive impacted by this whole farcy-warsy of a bitch, you nish. Wait, let me do it again. Of a what?
It's a bitchuation.
By this whole farcy-warsy of a bitchuation. You are a beautiful pilot, a snappy dresser, and you lead the way for other pine-scented marketing tools to become aeroplanular sexperts. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise, okay? Honestly, mate, I'm here if you ever need to talk her out. M. Watley would also like to apologise for the repeated use of said phrase, as what started as a bit of a light-hearted derision of small cities and not-so-superheroes became a repetitive callback fuckfest that resulted in only a chipolata or two of titteration. Sorry for saying tit. Hold on. The nat penis worth of soy joy gained was not worth it for the pain we've all had to endure and continue to endure to this detona by the stereophonics. Do you want me to do it again?
No, it's perfect.
So, gather up your children, leave them in bus stops far and wide, and next time you're at the checkout and you hear the podcast, think of the fun you could be having if you give a dog hash. Good night.
Hello, welcome to Nout Mattee's episode 4. Are we on?
Yeah, here we are again. I guess we had a bit of a week off. Well, we had a bit of a break, bit of a summer holiday.
Been about a week since we've seen each other. So
yeah, I think so. Yeah,
that's right. That's 49 days in dog days. So, so thanks again for all your lovely, gorgeously tongued words. You've been proper sterling blokes and blokesses. It's really appreciated. We're thinking that in this particular episode. Now, I was thinking of getting some clips from chats and stuff that I've had around the globe with various would-be friends.
Big end.
Yeah. I went to Portugal once.
Well, basically, we've just got we've had a bit of a break, and we've just been lazy. And we've got a lot of surplus material. To glue together.
So who's been lazy? Just to kind of recap on some little feedback I've had over the last, 3 months since we've last seen each other or something? In the last 3 months since I've seen you. Sam, Kiss Seller from Chat Chet Chit Chot Just Chester, had an idea for, which fictional character would you love to batter? His was Mr. Blobby.
Oh.
Imagine punching him on Satisfying
in Morecambe.
Oh yeah, Wrinkly. No, yeah,
get battered. In the house was Crinkly Bottom.
Crinkly Bottom. Yeah. He would actually get fucking battered. Imagine if he was one of the soft men. Speaking of which, in the last week since I've seen you, I had a chat with another Joe who's what was his job? Sorry, let me find. Oh, he's a friendship bracelet salesman from Cuddlesborough, and he was saying that another hard man would be Dog the Bounty Hunter. Impossible, not a chance. I did used to watch Dog the Bounty Hunter, but I kind of remember more Cartman's portrayal in South Park.
Yeah, that's what pops into my head as it.
There was another one. I had Ian Brill, the Bromlinian cat dietitian, had came up with another decent fictional character about which was Bernard from Bernard's Watch. But I'd heard a story from a friend who their friend said they'd slept with Bernard from Bernard's Watch. So you had, didn't you have like a story about someone that fed back about something from the last podcast? It's to do with the Ken Riley haircut thing.
Did they?
Do you not remember?
No.
Someone messaged you, like, forget it. That was right. Should we scratch this part
come on.
from it? Scratch this part from it and act like I'm the... So one of Macca's mates told me through Macca that the Ken Riley guy that you used to call Ken, they didn't realise that they called him Ken.
Oh, shit. Yeah. It was Johnny Shield.
It was, yeah. Or Johnny, for the purposes of the podcast, as he might not want his name on the podcast. So I'm just going to interject here. This is Matty, by the way, coming to you outside of the painting frame. I notice we have a habit of not finishing sentences, and I feel you have a right as a beloved listener to at least hear 100% of the Dogger, so these unintentionally meta tidbits might become a bit more commonplace. So in the week, to get to the anecdote, our mate Johnny, cat's out the bag now, innit, got in touch with Macca to say he didn't know that was why the guy was called Ken at school, you know, the Ken Riley hair connection. It's a pretty good anecdote when it's given the chance, but anyway, right, we return to your heroes at a point when I'm about to make some caffeinated whimsy. So if you could join us by exerting marginally more air out your nose in the form of a demi-laugh, that'd be great. Draw coffee.
Yeah.
So we need to come up with an excellent topic.
Got a little game for us to play. I've not been paid to endorse this product, by the way. So just find that out. But if you are interested in playing yourself, School of Life.
School of Life.
School of Life, everybody. It's called the Confessions Game. So basically what we've got to do is roll this dice, and then it's... how many side dice is this?
Normal side dice.
Normal dice.
Die, sorry.
Die, yeah. You roll the dice, it's got a little symbol on it. That symbol relates to one of the cards, and then it's got a question.
What are the symbols then?
So we've got relationships, family,
I've got one of them.
money, career, sex.
Sexy sex. Sexy sex.
Who wants to go first then?
Macca. I'll go. Right.
Roll the dice.
And then let's see how it goes. So you got money.
Got money. Okay, here we go. Which one of your acquaintances really doesn't deserve the money they have?
You got only me and Joe.
That's easy. Neither of us got any money.
Yeah.
Well,
and we don't deserve that.
We've all been exactly the same.
Yeah.
Nice guys finish last.
Always.
Yeah.
Alright, guys.
To be fair, I'm not really interested in earning lots of money. I just know that I don't want to work. So I want enough money that enables me not to work.
Time is more important to us, I think, but I guess for now, like money will eventually buy us time, won't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, just to bring us back to the question marker, because you didn't actually answer that.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll ask you again.
Who do you begrudge money to? Me or Joe?
I've just got to pick one of you, so I'm just going to say.
No, you've got to have a reason for it.
Why do you pick Mackie, mate?
Because it's horrible for whoever I think about.
I'm joking,
when he said it's horrible, he pointed to me like it's almost like a pity thing. And he didn't just point; he used two hands.
In my head, I was thinking I've got to look at them both evenly.
I have got ill-gotten.
Did you actually think? That's amazing. Right.
I guess I am a salesman, so.
Yeah,
that comes with it.
You'll earn your money back again, as I've got fuck all chance.
Go on, roll the dice.
Right.
Die.
That's rude. Family.
This could be boring, mate.
It might be, or it might just be really revealing and cringy.
This is a good one. I think you're going to like this question.
All right.
What bad trait of your mother's have you inherited?
Do you know what? I've noticed I'm starting to forget stuff more, but like in a way where you remember the general gist of what's to be said, but then say something slightly different. I'm not as bad.
What, like Ricky from Trailer Park?
Precisely like that, yeah. But my mum once said, like, for example, instead of saying, oh, she's got garlic breath, said Glasgow breath. There's your nana would be spinning in a grave if she was still alive. Oh, there's loads. Never mind. But there are tons. If I think of them through this, I kind of
know what you mean. I sometimes do that, where like you kind of forget. You know the idiom, but like it doesn't come quite out. It doesn't come quite out right.
Yeah. Excellent. How about yourself? What would you say, Mac, is a terrible trait that your mum's got?
Well,
so what's worse?
If I'd have been given that question, it would have been the same one.
Would it?
Because my mum does it, and I think everybody kind of just bypasses it. There was a time when I used to correct her.
I still do.
But my dad doesn't. I think there is a mutual understanding there that it's fine.
Yeah. We love it. Like, we always whatever. I really hope I can think of more throughout this because they are incredible, but they're all so subtle that they're, as you say, unnoticeable. But I can't not point them out and go, nope, you're not getting away with that. Everybody listen to what was just said.
Well, Lucy's mum did a good one a few years ago. She was on about getting all like jazzed up, and she was like, "Oh, get all jizzed up."
Maybe it wasn't a mistake. You guys are just prudes. Go on then, go on, Joe. Give us a little, give us a little spin, lad. Ooh, relationships. Ooh.
Which one is it?
Yeah, that's the one.
Right. How are you difficult to live with, Joe?
I'll answer that.
Easy. I am extraordinarily grumpy. Yeah.
Extraordinarily.
Maybe not extraordinarily grumpy.
No, extraordinarily is a bit
grumpy. I have this trait that I think runs in my family where I don't really have. I go from like 0 to 100. There's nothing really in between. But in my defence, I can go 0 to 100 back to 0 quite quickly.
Yeah. But by that point, the other people have gone to at least 80. They've travelled on. They've been in your car.
Yeah.
But I'd probably say for Joe's worst trait, if we're doing that, would be in the morning. You just literally don't say anything. I'm like, "You're right, mate." Silence, like in the same room as me, like in the same room. And the kettle's not that loud. No, it's all right. I know it is you literally say I'm just not a normal person. You've justified it in the past. I don't take offence at it. I'm just like, no, okay. But
quite neurotic, I guess, as well.
Neurotic.
Yeah. Like things a certain way.
Yeah.
Like these cards, for example, which have been arranged.
Beautifully laid out, yeah. Like Balamori, mate.
That one's a bit messed up.
That was my fault, sorry.
Yeah, that was Macca.
Be careful next time.
What would be my worst trait? Me.
I'll answer that.
Go on then. Yeah. The Bond villains sit back onto your chair. Hello, me again. Just to step in, what I meant then was that he looked a bit like a Bond villain when he sat back in his chair, and he did. But it's just terrible grammar. So you had an answer, and now you're like, right, I need to put this.
Don't really know. You're actually really good to live with. That's what I mean. Like, it's difficult to like. I know
that's why I was.
You don't clean the bathroom very often.
Yeah,
that's probably about it.
But it does get cleaned.
Yeah.
I washed the mats today.
Yeah.
So
well, let's flip it on its head. But both of you, why are you both good to live with?
Pretty fun and lazy at the same time.
Yeah.
Nice.
In equal measures. Not necessarily at the right moment either. So that's
happy-go-looking. We're happy-go-looking. Happy-go-loving. Happy-go-loving.
Happy-go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Life and solar parties, Matthew.
Oh.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Et toi?
I won't go that far.
Yeah. Oh yeah, me. Oh, that's you. Oh, it's you. And it's my role, isn't it? Shit. Dog do.
Mystery.
Oh, mystery. What does that mean?
Where you get to choose which one he picks.
Oh, fuck. It's obviously going to be sex, isn't it? Like, what? As if
yeah, of course it is.
Pointless.
Here we go. Is the
3
problem... What experience do you have of
just one guy? Oh, what? Impotent?
Yeah, yours or a lover's?
None that spring to mind. I guess not being able to perform at I guess the literal definition of it would be not having a turgid cock. But if we put it towards, like, just extrapolate it towards not being able to turn up for the event, if you will, I don't think there's ever really been a moment.
No, I don't think I've ever had that problem. Have you ever faked it?
What, like Kramer? No, I've not. We've had this conversation before, though.
Have we?
Has Joe ever faked it?
Yes.
Yeah, no, we have had this conversation before. I was like, because then I had the whole Seinfeld conversation with, why? How do you fake it? Why do you fake it?
Because just get bored after a while.
Yeah.
Especially if you're really drunk.
Yeah, if it's going to take like ages and ages.
So you Does that mean you have that as well?
Yeah.
Oh, right. You backed him up. Alright, fair enough.
Yeah, just like, I can't be bothered with this now.
Act it out, obviously. Both pretend that he's a faking at the same time with each other.
It's in the heat of the moment, mate.
If you just do it separately, I can dub them in over each other as well. So it sounds like he's that. I'm alright doing that. I'm okay doing that. No
shame.
What, faking it? No shame.
No, absolutely no. No, I guess if no one got hurt, then it's alright, isn't it? Depends if you faked it and then went, I just faked it then, and then fell asleep instantly. There was a guy who definitely didn't fake it by the sounds of it. When I was in Amsterdam in a hostel, and there was a guy. It was like a room of about 8. It was like a 10-person room, and 8 of us were mates. And there was like this. In fact, no 9. It was like one bed, and it was this guy who'd. He ended up stealing my phone and smearing shit on the wall. That's actually true. Anyway, that's the true story about this particular guy. Someone let him in after a night when he'd been kicked out because he didn't have a passport or something. And he stole my phone and smeared shit on the walls. But anyway, this one time he came in, did have a bed, and he'd brought a girl back with him. He was one of those guys who like a party guy who leads people around places in Amsterdam. Yeah, he came back with this girl and they were shagging. Scott was in the bunk bed below him, which was brilliant because we were all like internally thinking that's bang out, that's like angry, but at the same time like that's pretty funny. Yeah, the guy finished and he sort of did like a, and then it was he was out instantly. So I don't know if he'd faked it or performed. He probably is a bit of both of those.
You'll never know.
No, thank God. Obviously, a knobhead stole my phone, smeared shit on the wall.
Why?
Because he got kicked out because he didn't have a passport or something. So he rebelled against the people that owned the hotel. But it was one of our party let him in because they knew him from staying in the room for 2 nights with him or something. So let him in.
Did you write something, or was it just
handprints? Like we're having a shower in the morning, basically around shit smeared on the walls.
Can you imagine being a policeman and having to to try and get the
fingerprints in there.
Fingerprints.
Yeah.
So
should we carry on?
Yeah, go on. Your question.
Not really like the fire. Career.
Perfect. If left alone in a hotel room on a work trip, what's the most disgusting, surprising thing you might do, considering what we've done?
Fake an orgasm.
What I don't know. Like, can you give me some more context to what mood am I in when I'm doing?
The key thing there is it's on a work trip. So
all right.
Maybe you're a bit highly strung.
Take a shit on the bed. Why when you think about doing something bad, do you jump to just take a shit on it?
It involves.
What is it about shit that makes? I mean, it is pretty.
It's the worst. It's the worst.
Bad.
I don't want coming on something. Like it's coming. It feels less. Is it less depraved? I guess not. I mean, there's got to be some intention there. I mean, with shit, there's at least the potential for accidents or plausible deniability. Although I guess there's context for cum to appear anyway, isn't there? We've all put our hand in cum.
Yeah, there's a difference. Between having cum on you and having shit on you, isn't there?
There is. Yeah, in 2 ways.
I don't know, I'm pretty tame, so probably the worst thing that I do is I do sometimes leave hotel rooms just dead messy, because I just think, someone's going to come in here and clear this up, so I'm just going to not leave, I'm just going to leave everything on the floor, and I'll just leave like the ironing board out. And
tip it on.
I'll leave the iron on, just leave it plugged in.
Pour a drink down the back of the TV and come on the window and fuck off.
Yeah. I suppose you...
Yeah.
Listen to my call. www.youtube.com/results?back.com again //.com. Juice.
Yeah.
There's career, money, family, sex. We could get rid of the money and career and just go family, relationships, and sex, and see what we get out of those.
Yeah, flick through a few and find.
Yeah, to see what, just to find some questions. You can just always just stitch it together.
Yeah.
God, so these are pretty heavy.
What do you have most? What do you hate most about your children?
Oh my god! And the idea of these is that you kind of have to
Answer truthfully.
Yeah, exactly. Be truthful.
In your most depressed moods, what do you tell yourself about your career?
Oh my god!
How has your family damaged you?
Who do you rather regret sleeping with? Imagine if those two questions are the same answer.
In what ways does your family seem particularly mad? What bit of you did your parents never understand?
Everything until I turned an adult and was, it's not changing.
Yeah.
This is just the way it is,
Yeah.
isn't it? What about this? We've got to read that question out for me, please, Mac.
Alright then. If you had to commit incest with somebody, who would it be?
Answer truthfully.
When you look at a picture of your mum and dad aged 20, do you find them a bit attractive?
No way! Both as well. It's either yes to both or the answer's no. Yes, I find my dad attractive, but my mum's a right munter. So
What kind of sibling can you imagine having incestuous feelings towards?
fucking hell are these all incest? Let's go on another one. If you had to leave your current orientation and have a gay straight encounter, what would you want your lover to be like?
Fabulous.
Muscular.
Greek.
Muscular. That's an interesting one.
Muscular. He's got to do some damage.
I'd say I'd probably go with funny.
Yeah. It's going to be the same sort of person, isn't it? About we talk, it's encounter. So you're going to basically want all the sleaziest possible thoughts you could ever have.
Power
packed into
bottom.
one minute. A power bottom. You'd want a power bottom. Yeah, I wouldn't want a power top. Fuck that. Power bottom, yeah, power bottom. Probably not a bear. Probably a piglet or a weasel.
I'm sorry. The spooky wooky tale time is now. I'm so sorry.
Spooky wooky. I'm just getting spooky wooky, right? Well, hello, my little sweet unprotected babies. Welcome to chapter 3 of my spooky wooky tale. If you think you can survive another 2 chapters, you must be out of your skin, so say your scares and drift off to Screamland. Let's recap on last week's Decrepisode. I'll probably dub some extra scene-setting music into this so it helps to display the immense tension I can feel up each of your shirts. But Tony, when did Mama ever get so tough? Ever since you came 5th place, baby. Ever since you came 5th place. Right, now you've got to imagine there's like a ravey club scene with like everyone pilled up and that. It's like, I'm out of my mind, Basil. Aye, there'll be no skiing for you tomorrow. Come on, kids. Grandad won't be joining you for graduation. Who's going to stop the mayor now you're in the old okey chokey? The Red Beast. Woke up because of your hamster sphinctoral squeaky bum blessing, and it was all a dream and then you collapse. Wicked Witch should bring us right back up to speed. Fright back into the fear and now. So welcome, even though I've already used that one, to the next part of the Spooky Wooky Tale, entitled Chapter 3. That's what I go to school for. Your lies become eyes as you wake for the first time on Boxing Day this year, and it won't be the last. You reach into your left pocket with your right hand, almost showing off, but only to yourself. In it you find 4 sections of a note, screwed to a cinder, but wizened with fluff and old bogies you had nowhere else to put. After discarding that, you open your eyes and sprint at full pelt to your left. The air gushes white as your fibbing eyes begin to tell more truth than your sphincter in a lie detector test. Your running reaches around 40 to 50 miles an hour before your vision returns softly and sensually. Around you, only cliché metal band photo-esque forests towering like dogs. Beneath you, only sick. You turn to your right and come face to face with an increasingly shrinking woman in yellow satin. She started at head height and was rapidly decreasing in her stature very fucking slowly. Like come down a window. "What's your name?" you shout, as if you're a semi-professional lumberjack proposing to timber. You hear a faint response as the yellow satined woman cries out, "My name? My name is absolutely stinks of egg. Traditional spelling." And with that, she diminishes to but a wisp of a memory, to but a dream of a friend you had never once kissed. She was true to her name. It did absolutely stink of egg, but you put that down to normal-sized farts being forced from such an increasingly short-statured woman. That or she queefed on a high-protein diet. You begin to feel worse than that time you were forced to split up with your brother. Thank fuckfully she emerged again, diarrhea exitingly rapid from the ground. Upon her briefest of returns, she bequeaths... It's two queefs in like two paragraphs. Upon her briefest of returns, she bequeaths you a Happy St. Stephen's Day before fucking off again shrunkenly. Happy St. Stephen's Day indeed, you chuckle to yourself, screaming as you are once again stopped in your tracks, alive, but at a metaphorically dead rate. Up ahead, where the fat road forks into a fuck off sign, there it stands. You guessed it. The Beast. The red one that's always about. Tapping its foot left and right in a big pile of dog don't. Turns out it's lovely and just into the same sort of stuff you are, but it's a trap, and not a good trap like that Lee Evans movie. A bad trap like Mouse Wands. From the woods, betwiver the ferns, turns a host of slithering, glittering wasps. They sprint towards you like an aerial Usain lightning bolt as you begin to make a pun on it looking like weather in a Jamaican sprinter. But this was no ordinary swarm of lightning wasps. These wasps flew beneath the wings of the red beast. The beast had wings the whole time, by the way, and begin to move, dance and puppeteer the beast's flaccid-ass limbs. The marionette spectacle unfolded before your very eyes as you took your second blink of the day, and what a time to do it. For in that moment, the swarm began to walk the beast towards you with a stalk reminiscent of the Thriller strut, but with connotations coming out of its arse. It's with the mention of the word arse that for some reason you and the writer have forgotten about your sewn-up arse from earlier. It's exactly the same, but it went mental when you sprinted, playing a bassier version of London's Burning like on a recorder as the wind flew skittily across your cheeks. Nothing a good Horlicks and a spoon on your forehead from the family surgeon won't fix, Skip, you begin to say, but throw up after only 4 words in. That word was Horlicks. The red beast continues its wasply walk, right shoulder raised with the head jerked back towards it and back and towards it and back. The glittery lightning wasps then lower the beast's shoulder, repeating the head and shoulder sequence 2 more times, and then continue the rest of the Thriller choreography, but in dance moves word free. He was now a few hundred millimetres from your breath. You feel his breathful exertion plush against your once rosy cheeks, a breath as warm as a child's hand after it hasn't been washed for ages, because let's face it boys, they don't wash their own now, do they, the thick cunts? All the while, the beast moves ever closer, smelling your taste, feeling your sight. You hear your 5th sense in quick succession before you spot what looks like a termite dick's width hole in the red beast's tit. Eh? You ask, but the rhetoric is met with respect. Thinking on your toes, you look down at your hand. There it was. It had been there the whole time. This wouldn't be the first time your index finger had gotten you out of scrapes, you mouth exaggeratedly, sounding out only the vowel sounds. And much like your sleeps on Boxing Day again, it wouldn't be the last. The beast continues his descent, but a few milliatoms or so away. You lift your hand, look to the camera knowingly, raise your eyebrows so they do that window being cleaned squeak sound. Take one last look at the finger, and that's the end of chapter 3. How I can only say sorry for what I've become. So how are you guys feeling after that?
Petrified.
Pretty concerned.
Concerned? I'm fuck it. Really?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I've never seen a man go such a shade of gold. What do you think happens next? Do you think happens to the beast or to Tony?
Wouldn't like to think.
Yeah, he's very safe. He didn't faint, so I'm growing as a writer. Thankitudes for thine desire. So place your faith in the crotch of all mankind and wish upon a star to revive thine birth. but to climb the climb you dream to climb will doom thee to satisfaction. Introducing the new section, Pods on Tour.
Yeah, check it. Now the pod's on tour, which means we're out and about. Now Matt's chit and chat. I've been back our house and there's background sound, so poor mixing's defendable. I've added noise gate, should still be comprehensible. For this tour we're in
Lisbon, in the US of Portugal,
with
a new guy called Scott and me and Wally.
hello.
Hi.
I'm with do you want your surname known to the world?
I haven't got one.
I'm with Cher, aka Scott. I'll double in there later. / Mason. Right, so we're in Portugal, and I thought we started talking about something that I thought was absolutely ripe for podcastery. Worst band names. Because we're talking good band names on the converse. You got Nirvana, fucking brilliant band name, and good band. But like Rage Against the Machine is up there as bad names. Surely that's got some pretty bad band name, isn't it?
Does it have to coincide with quality music as well?
No, just just bad.
Is the definition of a bad band name a bad band?
Like so? No, I don't think so. But I think you could. I think the disparity between them being a really bad band name and an excellent band would absolutely stand out. Like Elbow, for example,
right.
Decent band, like all right band, with pretty shit name. Having said that, the font that they do it all and all that sort of stuff is pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll give them the marketing side. But what else? Who else is there? You were not talking about S Club 7, right?
No, I think that there are almost too many to.
Limp Bizkit. What the? Uncle Cracker. I'm literally just going down like mid-2000s now.
Yeah, exactly.
Uncle Cracker. What does that mean? White uncle. Racistly white uncle.
Blackalicious.
Blackalicious does not do the band any justice.
No, exactly.
Jurassic 5 is a good name, that's alright. But yeah, Blackalicious just, I feel like it cheapens how good of a band they are.
Absolutely, yeah.
Should we get some beers?
7
beers.
each.
Hola. Obrigado.
You, me at 6.
Oh my god. And particularly because they spell it as one word, so it's like you meet 6.
Yeah.
It's really shit.
Bring me the horizon.
Oh man, I watched. They're huge now.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely massive.
I saw them support Killswitch with the Haunted, and they were no one at the time. Like they were just like they could not have looked more emo. Like, it was insane. Like it was like they were trying to look. Well, they probably were. They chose the clothes that morning and put them on.
That was a decision.
Yeah.
Good Charlotte.
That's a bad name, isn't it?
Great band.
Imagine being all you said was
The
great
one
band.
guy.
Like, and knowing like that you're joking because they weren't. Imagine like being like,
And they knew it.
they must have done.
No,
They
were.
done.
The one thing.
Ugly Kid Joe. Fuck off. Like that's bad.
What was the origin of that? Where did that even come
Ugly
from?
Kid Joe. One of them possibly called Joe, or the hated someone. I don't know.
What about the former names of popular bands? Big band. Like, so I'm thinking Pearl Jam used to be called Mookie Blaylock.
I knew you were going to know Pearl Jam.
But it is. It
was Mookie.
They changed Mookie Blaylock after.
Radiohead had a shit one as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. I know the Bee Gees one.
Beatles as well.
What's that?
The Beatles used to be.
Oh yeah. What was that? Shit. People will be screaming at the radio at home. Oh man, I tell you, the Bee Gees is brilliant. It actually resulted in a walkout on Clive Anderson's show. You should watch it on YouTube. It's brilliant. But like, they're called the Tossers.
And Clive Anderson joked about it. I like Clive Anderson. I think that interview, I think it was handled pretty well. I don't think he did any...
By Clive or by...
Yeah, no, he asked him a question about it being called the Tossers, and he kind of went, I can see why he's called that, or something like that. For want of a better word, banter with the people.
Right.
By the people, I mean the Bee Gees. And, they walked off. And then they were left with one of them, like, there, and he was sat there, and he was like...
The Tosser.
I toss it. He was sat...
Just toss it.
Toss it, yeah. Describe your discovery of masturbation. Describe your discovery of masturbation. Describe your discovery of masturbation. The time is 3 a.m. The male, me. Describe your discovery of masturbation.
Has anyone heard? I don't know if you guys have come across this. Were you Saved by the Bell fans?
No.
Yeah,
When you were a kid? Have you heard about the fan theory? I learned about it only very recently from another podcast. There was a show before it that had like Zach in it, and it had Screech in it, and I think his girlfriend that's in it. She's in that show as well. And Zach plays like he's like the butt of the jokes and stuff, and not like the leader of the pack and what have you.
Okay.
And then it like goes off the air, and Saved by the Bell comes on, and he was like in Ohio or somewhere like that. It was set in like some like backwater, and now it's set in like California, and he's got like siblings have changed, parents are no longer divorced and stuff. But the fan theory is that it's in his imagination. Like this is in his imagination. He's still in like the town like he's from originally. And the evidence they point out is like the theme song. Like he's all about like this guy having a bad time and being saved by the bell. I'm saved by the bell. So it's like he's going back to this dream world, and other stuff like he takes the SATs and he gets like a 15. I think it's like 1515, which is like 15 points more than the test allows.
What, in a particular episode?
Yeah. Like, and it all points to like these like just ridiculous happenings, and it all
not just bad writing.
Yeah. And it's all like
inconsistent.
It's all linked to this idea that it's in his head.
They had that Rugrats one where they're all
dead.
Yeah, it wasn't it all.
Is it all? Angelica's the only one, the only real child, and
they're all. She was just imagining them all.
Phil and Will were like aborted twins or something like that, wasn't it? Or something.
And that's why Stu, the dad's always like up at like depressed and stuff, and up at in the night and stuff.
Yeah.
I used to love Rugrats.
Yeah, it was a really good show. Really like weird animation like that.
Yeah, it was. There's some
classic animation. Cartoon.
There's some really good animated shows from around.
Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, like Cow and Chicken. That was cool.
Yeah.
Rocko's Modern Life.
Yeah.
I.R. Weasel. That was pretty good. Ed, Edd and Eddie, that was kind of weird as well. Kind of weird cartoon.
What about Disney stuff? Did you?
I was thinking Animaniacs. Was that Warner Brothers?
That was Warner Brothers, definitely.
Recess. Did you watch that?
Recess was good. Yeah. What was that? Real Monsters as well. That was pretty good. Did you say Ren and Stimpy?
I said Ren.
Yeah. That was kind of like more. I guess that's more like it was quite dark. That though, wasn't it? It had like quite a lot of like a lot of the imagery was like really grotesque.
Asses and hairs and cheeks and like spots and tits and
all like really overly embellished as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, it was on at like 8:30 on BBC or something like that. I remember.
King of the Hill was another one.
What's your like guilty pleasure? What was your guilty pleasure show when you were like growing up? Like
I used to rinse Family Guy quotes when I was younger, which is a bit cringy now. But I occasionally watch it when it's on like whatever channel it's on, and it is still kind of funny. It's a little bit like, oh come on, sometimes. But
what about when you were a kid? Did you watch Moesha?
So there was all of them, like Sister, teenage
Moesha. It's alright.
Student bodies, probably Moesha.
Did you ever watch Different Strokes?
Yeah, with Gary Coleman.
Yeah.
That was another cursed film, wasn't it? Cursed, and I said another one, like Rugrats was a cursed TV show. But Gary Coleman, I think, like lots of people had like issues with drugs and alcohol. One of them went on to do like porn. I think one of them died young.
I guess that's just like child fame. It's very difficult to deal with, I guess.
How about yourself, though? What?
Guilty pleasure shows.
Yeah.
I guess it used to be Forensic Files.
Forensic Files. Yeah, I used to watch it all the time. You used to tell me all the time that I fell asleep to Forensic Files. Yeah. Whenever you did speak to me in the morning, it was always fell asleep to Forensic Files.
It's just ridiculous. It's just like it's just always like catching people obviously with forensics, but just some of the imagery was just brilliant. They'd found like a bloodstain and they'd punch it into like the FBI machine, and it would just show this machine with like just ridiculous maths on it and stuff, and like lights lighting up. Like you might think that that's what these machines look like.
The only sperm he's going to be jizzing is in the county jail.
Yeah.
How about you, Mac?
What age group are we talking? When we were
Storage Wars. That's another
Storage Wars. Currently,
it's alright. Yeah. We've gone from guilty pleasures to just weird shows that we like.
And American Pickers, I quite like that.
Not a fan of that one.
Which one's American Pickers?
It's just two guys go around like people who just hoard stuff their entire lives.
Oh right.
Just rummage through. But
that would be kind of
because sometimes they get like motorbikes and stuff, and it's kind of interesting. Do you know what I mean? Like so they're after like old signs and stuff, but they're pretty it's pretty good.
Hotel Hell. Gordon Ramsay's Hotel Hell was a good one as well.
Yeah,
the theme tune's class for a start. The Hotel Hell.
There's one episode of that sticks in my mind. The one where he gets his glove out and he's like gets that machine out and he's like he's doing like testing for how dirty surfaces are, but gives no context for like how big a number should be on this reading. So it's like he'll do it. He starts off doing it on something that looks a little bit dirty, and he's like, "Jesus,
25,
is that 1,000 or something like that?" And he's like, let's check under the sheets. And it goes like up and up and up, and then it's like, but what? Like, is that a lot? Is that a little? 20,000? Is that a lot?
Even if it said this is meant to be 30, is there an exponential increase every time? What are you measuring? Heat? I don't understand what you're measuring.
Welcome to all of you new people. It goes into the card like so, and then the front goes down. And the back hangs out like this because it eliminates the flappy thing being a problem. So you take the back of the card, instead of going in the other way, the back of the card goes in like this. So the front of your card hangs out and covers that flap. So we need all those things completed so that we know that you know what you're doing. Voila! The back of your card no longer has a flap hanging out. The front of your card is beautiful and able to be seen by our heroes when they thumb through the box. Seen by our heroes as they thumb through the box. And able to be seen by our heroes when they thumb through the box. Seen by our heroes as they thumb through the box. And able to be seen by our heroes when they thumb through the box. Drives me absolutely nuts. Live, laugh, love. What does that mean? As they thumb through the box. What is it? I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I just do not get it.
Well, I'm gonna have to head off to bed very, very, very soon.
Why would you go to bed?
Got a smile.
Someone once told me where I worked in Asda. Someone once said, I went to bed and I woke up with my boots on. I must have gone out on my own with nothing but a smile. But yeah, so no, what do I wear to bed? Boxers primarily. As you can see now, I'm wearing really jazzy, colourful pants. Because they're comfy and a nice colourful shirt. Thanks, man.
I always thought you would sleep in these.
I fall asleep in them, but they're restrictive. I think they're not. Yeah.
Boxers, sometimes a t-shirt.
Boxers.
Yeah.
Get a bit cold.
But I definitely couldn't fall asleep like fully dressed or.
It definitely happened though, innit?
Yeah, of course.
It's probably happened within the last 2 months.
No, sorry, not fall asleep for the night fully dressed on the sofa. Yeah.
That's so annoying, isn't it? Do you know when you like wake up at like? Do you remember when we used to live on Fairfield Dream? You'd like wake up sometimes if everyone else went to bed, you'd wake up on the sofa.
Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah, like, early in the morning, like 4 o'clock. Like, oh, it's happening again. On like a Thursday morning. Like, oh, it's Thursday. 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, really cold. During that time, I don't remember it, but you found me asleep at the bottom of the stairs.
What, here? Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I think I'd fell down the stairs backwards.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Checked his pulse. Yeah. And he was snoring. And then I thought, I'm not in a fit state to look after him, so I'm going to go to bed now.
I woke up in absolute agony that morning. I have no idea why, because I don't remember it. What had happened that I found out is because I went back to a mate's house and I necked a bottle of water. It turned out not to be a bottle of water, but someone's nana made 80% proof alcohol, and I did like 3 gulps of like, and he said they just watched me deteriorate in front of their eyes. My ribs still sticks out, like I think I broke my ribs and stuff.
It's a pretty hellish staircase.
It's a bad fold. Yeah. You think about that.
I
like,
thought you were
fold?
dead. I was like, oh no, like,
Matty.
how did you do this to me?
Classic Watley.
I was thinking of himself.
I went off
He said I'd go first.
Yeah, I went off this mortal coil as well.
2 simultaneous asphyxia wank accidents. In separate rooms.
Yeah, what, the landing in the front room, just jacking each other up. Jacking off? Who says that?
At the top of the landing, and you fall down and Joe falls back.
Right into my mouth.
I took the words right out of
your cock.
Mine.
No. You took the words right out of my cock. That was mature, wasn't it? I should end on that. Thanks again.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed the fun and games, but we might cut that bit out.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed Joe, and I hope you enjoyed me. And have a good night. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Nout Mattee.
Bye.
I'm sorry.
Good night. Have you ever given yourself a blowjob? Me neither. Thanks again for your kind words. I respect what you've grown up to be, but don't ever come near me or my 2020 vision again. If I see you in it, I'll go absolutely banana on your little baby face, you massive fat prickabeluga. Sorry about the and prickabeluga. I shouldn't have said that earlier. That was bang out of business. Just kidding. You will always be our favorite prickabeluga. No one prickabeluga's quite like you. You are the finest prickabeluga gist we know. I promise it to you 2, 4, 6, 8. Macca full of grace. He's sort of a friend, but don't tell him. It makes him work harder to fit in. 10, 12, 14, more. Nout Mattee's podcast, episode 4. Teen.